So, if you've been a wedding planner and event planner for a little bit now and you're really struggling to grow and build your business, this video is for you because today I'm sharing the biggest thing that no one tells you about starting an event planning business and 3 things that you should focus on if you really want to move the needle going forward. Hi, I'm Jody Ann Rowe, founder of the Event Certificate, and I work with event planners and wedding planners to help them double their online leads. If you're struggling to get found online, don't hesitate. www.eventcertificate.com. That's my website. Reach out and let's talk. So here's the biggest thing that no one tells you when you start your business. Marketing is actually a huge part of it. Because you can have the skills, you can have the experience, but if no one is able to find your business or if you're really not promoting yourself, it is very difficult to find clients and get booked. And that's ultimately what starting a business is about, right? You want to get hired. So how do you solve this problem? Well, here's the thing. I find a lot of creatives like myself often tend to want to focus on one or the other, right? So you might love the design and planning side of your business, but you're not so much into the marketing and operations. So if that's you, honestly, it's either you're gonna learn, you're gonna partner with someone who can do it for you, or you're gonna have to come up with a way to really get it done effectively. So today I want to provide 3 things that you should focus on when you're struggling to build your business and nothing seems to be working. So the first marketing tactic that you should focus on is SEO and organic searches. What do I mean by that? Well, SEO means search engine optimization, and this means how well your content, most importantly your website, is ranking on search engines such as Google. And this is one of the first areas you want to focus on because it's free, meaning you don't have to spend a ton of money, and you can get it started just by making small changes on your website. So the first thing you really want to spend a lot of time building is that organic reach. Because when you build that, SEO and your organic reach is also longer lasting. Meaning your website, once you have it up and it's done well and your copy is well written, can get found for years to come, which is much more extensive than posting on social media where your post isn't seen again for the next couple of hours and then it's gone, right? There's not a lot of longevity. So in the SEO market, you want to look at your website. You want to look at the copy that's on your site, how it's written, what is actually written in it. You want to look behind the website as well. What tags and keywords are you using? Are those listed in your descriptions for each web page? Are your images tagged with the right SEO keywords, right? Focus a lot on that. Then you want to look at your blogs. You need to add blogs to your site because they live longer on the internet. And when people are searching, they're more likely to pop up in a Google search to help you to bring in potential clients. The other thing you want to focus on is, and this one I'm using because it's not social media, believe it or not, is YouTube. So right here where you found me. YouTube is an amazing search engine. It's a video search engine and the videos last for years. Just think about a topic that you've searched recently and look at the YouTube videos that popped up in the search and look at the dates. I've seen videos pop up in my feed from 2010. That's how long they're living on the internet. So that's basically how long you can have clients coming to you over and over again. So try to focus on those items first and foremost, especially if you're limited in time. Now, number 2, the second thing you want to focus on when trying to build and grow your business is going to be social media, right? Because there are a ton of people on social media, and depending on what area of business you're focusing on, so if you're a wedding planner versus corporate planner, you might choose different platforms, but you definitely want to look into Instagram. You want to look into Pinterest, even though Pinterest is technically a search engine. You want to look into Facebook. And there are a couple of new ones popping up right now, like TikTok, right? Look at those platforms, search them to see if there are other planners like yourself on there. What are they doing? What are they doing well? Do they seem to have a lot of reach and engagement? Then you want to focus on that. Now, social media, I don't have as number 1 for this reason. The content you post on there, it tends to have a shorter life, right? When you search on social media, it's rare that you will see a post that will pop up from 5 years ago, right? It's not often. You tend to see content that's been created more recently, like within the last couple of hours, days, or maybe a week. So when you're limited on time and you're trying to do all that focus, make sure that you spend it on the organic first and then social media. So number 3 that you want to focus on is actually your paid marketing strategies. And your paid marketing strategies are the Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, right? All those paid options to get in front of a client's eyes. Now, I often recommend this as the last option because if you're not mastering the organic SEO and social media, often your ads might not be successful, and you really don't want to be wasting money when you're trying to market, especially if you have a small team and you don't have a lot of marketing dollars. So the paid advertisement I recommend is the last option, because sometimes you might be running a Facebook ad, but your website is not optimizing, geared, or ready for a ton of clients. So you're sending all these clients over to look at a website that isn't speaking to them. So as I was saying earlier, no one really tells you this. When you start your business, no one is saying, here's how to break down your marketing. Here are the areas to focus on, and here's where you get the biggest bang for your buck. So let's recap that. The things you want to focus on, that's the organic reach and SEO first. Number 2 is social media, finding the platform that your clients are using the most and get on there. And then number 3, you want to pull in some paid strategies like Facebook and Instagram ads. Now, I'm going to help you out with some of this because I'm going to link a ton of marketing resource below that's free that you can check out and use to optimize your business. So one of them is my 100 plus websites that you can use to market your business, as well as a couple other resources that you definitely need in your arsenal, such as how to optimize your social media. Now, of course, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, don't forget to do that before you wrap up this video, and thanks so much for watching.